What's good people, and welcome to the Silly, Nerdy, Sometimes Wordy podcast. And I'm your host, BK, and this is episode 21, a spoiler review of DC's film Blue Beetle. Spoiler review of DC's Blue Beetle film. And in this week's episode, I'll be doing a spoiler review of DC's film Blue Beetle that was released in August. All right. Hope everybody is doing well out there. And I know that this is kind of late because this movie was released in August, but I saw it a little later and I still want to do it. The movie is still in theaters, so therefore, I'm going to do it anyway. So, hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for all the followers on Spotify for the podcast. Appreciate it, and follows everywhere else. Thank you. And let's get into it. We're not going to have any nerdy notes this week. However, I know that there has been a little progress in the strikes in terms of the Writers Guild, the WGA. They've had some meetings this week, multiple meetings, with the AMPTP, the group that represents the major studios, the Disneys, the Netflix, the Amazons, the Universals, etc. And there have been some encouraging talks, but no deal has been reached, so very happy to hear that they are at least talking again. Hopefully something will come out of that soon in the next couple of weeks. But I am here to talk about this film, this spoiler review of DC's Blue Beetle. It is one of the last few films that is from the DCEU. Of course, this is not going to be in James Gunn's new DCU universe, as well as Peter Safran. However, they did say that the character would be a part of the new universe, just not the film. Not sure how that's going to work, but we shall see. Now, the film, I, for the most part, enjoyed the film. Had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was a good film, and it was on my list. I wanted to see it. And in terms of starting out with some things, because I took some notes, the score of the overall film, I thought it was okay. However, the main theme of the Blue Beetle character himself, whenever that theme came on for that character, I liked it. I thought the theme for the Blue Beetle character was good. I also thought that the pacing / rhythm of this film was good throughout. I don't think there were any slow parts. So I liked how it flowed from start to finish. The story overall, I thought it was a good story. I enjoyed it. Nothing too different. There's a few different things. One particular in terms of the superhero aspect and the suit, and for instance how it's different from the Iron Man, because it has a Iron Man look to it. And one thing that I really liked about this film is the character building, the relationships, the time that was spent with the family. It didn't go right into the superhero comic book aspect of it right away, fighting bad guys in action sequences. It took its time, spent a lot of time with the family, and I enjoyed it. took time to build the relationship, to see the relationships of the two families, of Jaime Reyes's character family, as well as Jenny Cord's family, although be it smaller, just her and her aunt and, previous family. But it took the time to build those relationships. So then when you get to the point in the story where, unfortunately, Jaime and his family, they lose their father slash husband slash brother, because of the time it took earlier in the film to build those relationships, the loss was more felt. It was more earned. It was more of an impact. And you really cared because of those conversations that were had early on in the film. And when you got to that point where the father unfortunately got killed, that meant something. That's like, oh, you cared. So I enjoyed that they took the time to do that. The villain I thought was okay. She was all right. Nothing too big, nothing complex. The action sequences, the fighting scenes, the choreography, set pieces, I enjoyed. Once they did get to the superhero aspect stuff of it, I enjoyed it. I liked it. Definitely got some Iron Man vibes. And when they were fighting, got some anime vibes in terms of Bleach and Dragon Ball / Dragon Ball Z vibes from that. So yeah, action pieces were good. The two characters that stood out for me, actors and actresses, was the lead, which was played by Sholo Mardina, played the Blue Beetle character / Jaime Reyes character, and also the character of Jenny Cord, played by Bruna Marquinza. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I thought she stood out as well. I enjoyed her performance as well as Sholo's performance of Blue Beetle / Jaime Reyes. I liked the two of them throughout the film and their chemistry as well as the chemistry with the family. And I thought it was cool that they use they use Spanish in the film as well amongst their family. So I thought that was cool. I like that. In terms of, let me see. So the suit, the suit, obviously it looks a little bit, you can tell it's a little bit of Iron Man looking, but I like there is, a major difference. Obviously with the Marvel Iron Man, the suit was built by the character of Tony Stark. He built it. Whereas the suit in this Blue Beetle film, it's alien technology that chose the character Jaime Reyes to kind of bond with, so to speak. He was chosen. And also, it's not something that anyone can have. So it's within him. It kind of bonds with him. They become symbiote, so to speak. And they become one. So the technology is in his body. So that's the major difference. It's not something he can hand off and give it to someone else. So that was interesting and different. Made it different from Marvel. Of course, they have to be different from Marvel. There is 2 post-credit scenes. The one at the very end, it's nothing really too much to see. It's kind of a reprise of something, of a little cartoon. And the mid post-credit scene was interesting. However, because of this new DCU thing that's going forward with James Gunn. Not sure how that story is going to tie in with the mid post credit scene being that the Jenny Cord's father is still alive, and apparently he was the original Blue Beetle before it got to Jaime Reyes' character. So that storyline may or may not even be going forward once that Blue Beetle character goes into other films and projects. So we'll see if they use it at all, or maybe they just do a reference of it. But that was pretty much it for post-credit scenes. And yeah, the last film in the DCU is upcoming in a couple months, which is the sequel to Aquaman. That's coming out in December. Aquaman 2, The Last Kingdom. Full trailer was released a couple weeks ago, and that will be the last one. And then, of course, Superman Legacy will kick off everything with James Gunn's new universe. And that's about it that I have. Like I said, I've enjoyed the film pretty much, liked it. The Blue Beetle theme for the character, the hero, really good. Liked it. And yeah, that is all. This is going to be a short episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope to do more film reviews if I, like the movie, or at least want to do one about the movie even if I didn't like the movie. And that's all I have. Please check me out on Spotify and Google Podcast, as well as Apple Podcasts and Pandora, Amazon. And I am also now on the Wisdom app. Yes, the Wisdom app. I am at James W24. I have answered multiple questions, and I've answered multiple questions. So please check me out there on the Wisdom app. Interesting app that is. And we're coming to the end. So that's all for this week. And until next time, we will talk soon.